Alrighty, g'day everyone and welcome. Hope everyone's well. Quick sound check. Alrighty, there we go. Welcome to Wednesday workshop, folks. Before we do start though, just reference our standard disclaimer that says everything is for educational purposes only and you are responsible for your trading decisions. Alrighty, so without further ado, let's jump in, folks. So, welcome to Wednesday workshop, folks. Traders workshop. So the topic for today is how to perform top-down analysis. So we do this every day, but how many of us can actually describe what we do, what we look at? So it's important when you are doing your top-down to have, perhaps a little bit of a checklist. That's what I teach. Things that you need to look for. It does become automatic after a while. So let's begin. So just a quick introduction. What is top-down analysis? So top-down analysis begins with analysing the big picture view or the zoomed out view of a potential opportunity. The time frame of the chart used as the starting point can vary depending on whether the trader is a short, medium or longer term trader. Top-down analysis, where the trader is more focused on medium to longer term, will place more emphasis on the fundamental aspects. So generally, it will have good fundamentals for starters before the trader even continues to start looking. Typically, top-down analysis attempts to identify the prevailing trend in order to align trades that take advantage of that trend. Trading with a prevailing trend puts the probabilities of success in the trader's favour. Top-down analysis then drills down to the lower time frames to find suitable entry opportunities or a way in. So let's have a look at a slightly different way of conducting top-down analysis. So this is just a bit of an overview. So when we look at our top-down, we should be identifying the market structure. Now this is on any time frame as well. So what is the market structure when we look at our top down? What's the price action currently within that structure? Can we identify any patterns within that structure? Now if you're a stock trader as well, so this refers to stock trading as well, analyse the order flow or the momentum. And also conduct your tape reading to see where the market is, where the sentiment is currently placed. So I thought that was a good, different way of looking at it. And this applies to every time frame. Now obviously we drill down as we get down, but these are the things that we do look at. So some examples of top-down analysis for the different length trading styles. So if you're a longer term trader, generally you'll use a monthly as your higher time frame, weekly as your trading time frame, and the daily for entries. When I swing trade equities, stocks, this is what I use. Maybe the 4 hour, the 1 hour to really fine tune, but otherwise it's daily for entry. Medium term trader, medium-term swing trader, weekly, daily, 4 hour for entry. So we use this on the analysis that I do on the FX. So look, when we say medium term, 1 to kind of 3 days is sort of medium term for FX. Well, I consider it. Short term, 60 minute is a higher time frame. 15 minute is the trading time frame. 15 minute for entries. And you can go down even lower than that. We have 30, 5 and 1. So the role of the technical trader is to bring all the elements together to make a decision based on the weight of evidence available at that point in time. Bringing these elements together from a top-down perspective helps us to remain objective. In other words, we're ticking through them. How does this look? We can even rate those aspects or those elements. So what is the definition of objective? The definition of objective says, presently existing in facts as perceived without distortion by personal feelings, opinions, or prejudices. So presently existing in fact, so this is what it's doing, this is the fact. As perceived without distortion, we could put without bias there as well. Personal feelings, so without our psychology getting in the way. Our opinion about that asset, or any prejudice we have. So what are some of those elements? Obviously trend analysis, we look out on the higher and the trading time frame. We look at trend lines, we look at the market structure, and we look at any other contextual information to do with trend. And maybe you might use some sort of trend indicators, maybe a MACD. Pattern analysis, so what do we look at? So I use the Elliott wave principle. I also use a lot of Wyckoff's methods. I use classic chart patterns, not to enter off, but to give me, as we said before, is there a pattern there that I can lean against to trade in the direction that pattern should be pushing? And that also goes, of course, for, I'll get to that in a moment, sorry. The momentum analysis, what are we looking for? We're looking for projection. We spoke about that in one of the streams. Retracement, depth of retracement. Strength and weakness of momentum, that will help with our trend analysis. And maybe use some sort of momentum indicators as well, maybe the CCI, RSI, I use the RSI, or maybe a stochastic or Williams percent R. And we look at short-term bar analysis. So what are the supply and demand dynamics that currently exist? And are there any short-term candlestick patterns there? And we can look at other elements, including the sentiment, which we spoke about before with the order flow, volume analysis, or we could do some volume spread analysis, and also analyse time in terms of, how is this market or this corrective placed in terms of time. So let's have a look at some practical examples. So what we'll do is we'll go through the watch list for today, but in particular, we'll try and pull this apart a little bit more so we can drill down a little bit further. So, all right, so let's jump in. Just bear with me while we transition over, folks. Won't be a moment. Alrighty, so do our macro first, of course. So it is a analysis stream as well. So the S&P 500 downtrend is our 40-60 box. You can see we're failing to really close below the 50, which is a retracement from here, looking down. So you can see we're failing to close there. So even though we are in a short-term downtrend, daily downtrend, there's an opportunity, and especially being an index, an opportunity to trade this back up. So we'll have a look at that on some of the other charts in a moment. The NASDAQ 100 downtrending Dow Jones. So this is one of the ones that has potential. The VIX, so we can clearly see that we've had a big move up and we're just slowly correcting through here. This has changed to an uptrend. Dollar index. Yes, multi-spirits. So multi-spirits has said trading what we see, not what we think. Yes, absolutely. And trading the possibilities that have high probability. So the dollar index really going nowhere. The euro dollar kind of stalling out here. It ground its way higher, but stalling out. We are getting just a little weak pullback in here. So this has got potential to move higher in time. Oops, the wrong one. Gold. I missed this yesterday. I was a bit cautious through here. So we can clearly see it's actually moved out. So gold I would be keeping. I'm not going to add it to the watch list, but I think this has got potential to pull back and then move out. That was what we wanted to see the other day. We wanted to see the move back above this level. This has happened all very quickly. Don't know whether anyone found anything in there. Let's just have a quick look. It's just a single leg pullback. That was all. The silver's moved as well, which is good. So the crypto is really nothing to see here. Ethereum is just giving us a little bit of a cradle. But otherwise, we're just, it is trying to pull back into uptrend. Certainly on the 4 hour, there's the anchor. But we're kind of underneath the 20 period. So still very much risk off, folks. All right, so let's go through some of these ones that I do like. Okay, copper. So copper's had, in terms of structure, so this is the weekly chart. We can see a big distribution. The upthrust here. Sign of weakness. Break. So is this a corrective? You can see I've marked out a corrective. Is this corrective? Or got a bit of strength here. So we're doing our momentum analysis there. There's a bit of strength there that actually says to me that this could actually be showing a bit of continuation. Usually with these ABCs, as a lot of people know, we're looking for a move down, looking to enter in around here. You can see we're still sitting through here. This is worth looking for trades in this area. We need to be conscious of the bottom of the distribution. We can see we've already tagged that once. So that's the bigger picture. Here's the daily. So there's that big momentum move. So we had a little tiny base in here, big momentum move, pull back. Just a little double bottom through here. So we've moved out. We're kind of just testing the 200. So we're actually still in an uptrend. Here's the anchor. So we're still actually uptrending. So this is just ranging at this point in time. So we're looking for this to rejoin. So we've got another little shakeout through here. Short-term bar analysis. We've got a bullish engulfing there. So bullish engulfing outside bar. So that's showing us a bit of strength. A 4-hour chart. Let's just mark that daily moving average. 200 is right there. So it's a little way up. So here's the move down. There's that shakeout into the 200 on the 4 hour. Move up into the anchor. And now we're just pausing here. So we get another pause like this. This would be worth considering a breakout through here. We're above the 20. Using the 20 as your stop. Just be careful when it hits that daily 200. It could spike through this a little bit, or it could just mill around here for a little while and then break. So I thought this is worth watching. Haven't brought this on for a little while. Doesn't mean I haven't looked at it. Just hasn't been worthy. Pound Aussie, the bigger picture. The weekly, so a big shakeout, big climactic, then the move up, so the V reversal. And we're just pausing here at the 200 on the weekly. So we've got momentum through here, definitely. Little obstacle there, and then the trend line above. Got a bit of a price void through here, so we can make it through there. Don't forget, if it can make it through there, we've got 140 pips to the trend line. Yeah, there it is. So you can see I've got that 200 period dotted on the daily. The daily's showing it's a little bit clearer, this huge momentum drive, our corrective momentum through here, back to the 20. And now we're just sitting on the 20 period here, giving this consolidation. Bullish engulfing. So this is looking like it's squeezing into that level. We can clearly see it's respecting that. So everything's lining up for a possible pop through. Four-hour chart. And we see the same structure here. A little bit wild price action, but it is above the 20 period. So now we're just looking for just looking for it to break. This would be worth just taking the breakout through here, stop through here. Or if you can get a little bit better swing through here on the 60 minute, we can see we've already got it. So here's our... so we're getting higher lows into that level. Nice push into it. Pulling back. We're going to move up, another swing. Hopefully we can get the stop in around there. That's what I like about that one. It's just been going nowhere for a while though. Okay, here's a bit of a possible basing structure. So this is a good one. CAD Swiss. So we've got a big support through here. Price has moved off it relatively fast, so there's buy orders being placed in there. So do traders remember that area? We'll soon see. Nice big push. So this is not actually with the trend this time, is it? So we're just looking for a move back out like this. This is a reversal or a counter trend. Extended away from a moving average. The daily's just been a gentle trend down, but we can clearly see through here, price is now starting to get a little, the trend is kind of weakening a little bit. We can see the massive overlap here. So you can see it's been holding the 8 period, the short-term moving average. That's the anchor on the daily. So that will change it to an uptrend. So there it is there on the 4-hour. So in order to get involved in this, you can see here the 20 period. At no stage is it turned up, whereas now it is. So we get a move up, a couple of bars down, and then a move through. There's our basing cut with handle. Hey Justin. So I like that one. We've got the shakeout through the low here. I think you've got a little Dow theory trend change there. So look for a setup in there, or if it pops, something afterwards. CAD Swiss, so a little bit different one. And they could just sit here and then just drop down again, as we've seen. So those indices are showing a little bit of potential here, as we mentioned in the macro. So this is a reasonable distance away from the anchor. So we've had the big move down. We seem to be stalling out through here. Right, we've covered this big inefficient bar. We've got a hammer in here. When we look at the 4 hour, we've got the anchor right here. Well, so we've got to either get the inverted head and shoulders, or you can see we've got a flat 20 here. If this can pop and give a pullback, it would be worth considering. That's what I'm seeing with that one. Just be mindful when it gets back up into this area here. But once again, another inefficient bar. So the other one was Dow, the Dow. Daily. There's the actual, okay, that could be the anchor there, but let's take it as that. So there's a little bit of room in there, not a huge amount. Look where it's tagged 40-60 box, right on the top. Okay, so the 4 hour anchor is right here. We're above the 20, so same thing. Got nice momentum through here. Failure to really push lower after this big move. Right, so could this just be a weak move and then down again? Of course it could be. These are counter trend. They've got lower probability. Pause through here, something through there, that would be okay. Let's see what we get. Some shorts. We're still looking at the Aussie dollar. Getting a little messy though. I wondered whether with this quieter markets, whether it might stall here, and you can clearly see it's having trouble. But if we can get some shorter term setups, this is a nice little top through here. You can see it's trying to break. You can see I've marked out the support and resistance. Getting a real squeeze through here, so look for any reason to get short through here. It's a little messy at the moment, so just be careful with that. Aussie CAD. So Aussie CAD's a little cleaner. It's had its push through. We looked at this yesterday. It's had the move through. Pulling back, so look for continuation entry short. New Zealand was on the cards yesterday as well. The Euro New Zealand trade worked well. This is worth continuing to look for trades. It's just perhaps just a tad extended. Not too bad. But so that was worthwhile. New Zealand dollar. So we will often follow the Aussie dollar. So we're sitting here on daily anchor. It's pushing into it. Here's the 4 hour chart. That's just sitting on that support. A couple of false breaks through there. Just be careful with that. It's right in fake out territory, however, seeing strength through here. Which not bad. Yeah, multi, you can see it there. Little swing in there. Look where it is on the weekly. Major resistance. There's the the 4 hour. Yeah. Right, so we've got that nice move out of it. Weak pullback. As we said before about time, look at the time taken in there. Look at the time taken in there to get half the distance. Just be careful though, we're getting these shakeouts. So that is what I'm seeing. I've already posted the list. But let's just have a quick look at some of these big moves on the Japanese yen. We discussed this yesterday, so if you're watching, go and have a look at yesterday's stream, and you'll see I recommended the 15-minute and only when price is above the 20. So let's have a look at it here. All right, so where did we get permission to trade? It was really only here, wasn't it? Remember I said don't rule out another push lower. So that's what we've got. Right? So that simple rule keeps you out of, just trying to catch a falling knife. Now I did also say, I put in the chat, look for continuation shorts. Move through here, pull back, another move. Pull back here to the 20. Move down, pause bar, move back up, little shooting star. That was a beautiful entry. Short. All right. Anyone see that? ABC. Look. All right, so that's the breakout pullback. All right, so it's broken out. It's pulled back, takes everybody out above the swing. Yeah, it's pretty good, that one, Justin. That's nice. So that's a real combo, isn't it? So we've got the pause bar, move back up. Oh, this is a great example. So no, it wasn't really much through here. We had a bit of a shake this morning. Wasn't a whole lot in there. So wait for the setup with these. You'll still be able to get something even if we don't get the full reversal. If you pick some good setups, you can't be blamed for just random entry. Yeah, good question, Justin. So Justin's asked, how would I define strength against the position versus a healthy pullback? So that's probably not a good example, that one, because it's just pushed and went. Let's say, for example, here we took the breakout entry here. All right, so we're expecting take the breakout through here, stop up here. We wouldn't really be expecting, a big bar like this, would we? And this is probably not the best example, but three strong bars like that, we certainly wouldn't be wanting to see. We'd be preferring to see taking the breakout, a couple of weak overlapping bars. Where's a better example? So certainly this one here, seeing this big bar here, seeing this very strong through here, I'm cutting part of the position. It's probably not the best, but let's have a look at EJ. So Euro Yen the same. See here, we really didn't get any setup. Here's the 20 through here. It's really only here that we had permission, isn't it? Different if you're trading on the shorter time frame. You'll get permission in here, probably on the 5 minute. So look, if you manage to find, this is probably another bad example, but if you took the breakout entry through here and we had the pullback in here and we saw this, you know, the break, we're expecting maybe an A, B, C and off. We see strength through here. That would be another reason. If we saw this breakout bar here on volume 2, the low of that taken out, Justin. So rather than, you know, have our stop just swinging here, I'd be exiting part of it there on the break of the low. Any of these big dominant candles as well? Yeah, overlapping bars is fine as long as they're not, you know, big wide range bars. If you've got a big bar through here, you might want to consider the, you know, the 61. Those sort of things. I did a video on it. See if I can find it for you. Or if you have a look, I think some of them are public. So if some of you know my, if you're a student and you know the company name, there's a YouTube there as well. So there we go, folks. So still pays to be a little careful. You know, there's been some opportunity, but you know, a lot of these trades haven't moved a lot. So just be a little bit cautious, folks. So there we go. All right, folks, take care. Trade safe. Leading into Christmas. Might find it gets even quieter. We can see that in a lot of the charts. The charts that I've shown you have basically been the pick of the crop, and even then, a lot of them are, you know, B plus. So a lot of the others are not ideal at all. So a lot of the other markets are just sideways. All right, folks, take care, trade safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.